Hey everybody, welcome to 2026. I know this is not my first video posted of the year, but the last video was from a con from last year that I just hadn't posted yet. So anyway, this is my welcome to 2026 video. Welcome. Glad you found me here. If you've never been watched any of my content before, the name is Gregorys Things and Stuff, so I do things and stuff pretty much. I'm primarily focused on comic books. I resell on eBay, Facebook live sales, my flea market booth, and of course I have a YouTube channel. Anyway, I was kind of just wanting to talk about a recap of last year and some goals I have moving forward for this year. Alright, so 2025 recap. I'm just recapping my comic books sales because that's what I primarily do. I do have other sales in different categories, but this is what I like the most. I do video games, vintage toys as well, and I'm also getting into some other stuff, but mostly comic books. Anyway, my Facebook Live sales, I am a part of a group on Facebook called Execute Order 66 Comics Cafe and Collectibles. Its cafe is there because it used to be a comic book store and a cafe as well. It has since closed, but the group is still live and kicking. Anyway, we've got quite a few members on there, and I do Facebook Live sales from time to time. Last year, I sold 121 books on Facebook Live sales. Not great, but hey, I know I got some books to some good friends on there. In my booth, I have a local flea market booth here in Missouri. We call them flea markets, but they're really like vintage booths or antique booths. It's not like flea markets on the east or west coast, which is outside in a big old open area. But this is, so if you hear me say flea market, this is what I am referring to. Anyway, which I sold quite a bit of other stuff in my booth. I don't only sell comics in my booth, but I'm focusing on that today. I sold 295 comics and 3 graded comics in 2025. And then to my eBay sales, I sold 152 comics on eBay and 12 graded books on eBay, with the total sale of 583 books in 2025. So moving forward, eBay goals, which if you can see my recap of last year there, I really don't talk about my money wise too much on this show. I don't care about the money as much as the content itself, but anyway, 56% of my sales on eBay were comic books, and so in 2026 I would like to double my sales, not only in comic books but also across the board. And just a cliff note here, I am not by far a full-time reseller. You can probably tell that in my sales totals right there. I wouldn't even call myself part-time. I'm probably less than part-time. I'm involved in a lot of other stuff and kind of busy. Anyway, so I'm not full-time. That's just what I'm trying to say. But in 2026, I would also like to list 20 plus items weekly. Now it seems like it's probably, I do like maybe 10 comics a week and a couple other things here and there when I find it. I would also like to find better inventory. It is difficult to find inventory where I live in rural Missouri, and I would like to find better inventory. Yeah, and I don't have a lot of space to store inventory either, so I don't want to have to buy a lot of little smalls like to have some bigger sales on those. Anyway, I've also started consignment selling this year. I got a very large lot of antiques, and so I'm branching out into the antique market, I guess you could say, where about probably 20% of the lot is going to go on eBay and the rest will be going in my flea market booth. Alright, let's talk about my flea market booth. Like I said, we call it flea markets here, but it's an antique booth. It's not outside, it's inside. I just go and put my stuff inside and almost forget about it. Anyway, here's a recent picture of my booth. It is 8 by 10, I believe. And I have a wide variety of things in there other than comics. Comics is my best seller, but I do have a lot of other things in there, including toys, video games, some clothes, prints, posters. I keep my graded books up high. I do a lot of VHS and DVDs, some books, Funko Pops, you know, a wide variety of selection within my booth itself. But anyway, I have a huge death pile of booth items, stuff that's either too big or not worth selling on eBay. I have a quite a big storage shed on property that is full of stuff that needs to be gone through and put in the booth. And my booth is in Doniphan, Missouri. It's Country Pickens in Doniphan, Missouri. Booth number 75. If you're ever in town, come check it out and let me know that you checked it out. That would be cool. But also, I would like to take new inventory in weekly. As of right now, I do go in weekly to pick up my check my sales, clean my booth and stuff like that, but I would like to go ahead and bring new inventory in weekly. As of now, it's usually bi-weekly, if not longer, but I would like to start getting new inventory in there quicker and maybe rotate some of the old stuff out. I can see in this picture that there's some stuff that has been in the booth for quite a while, and I either need to reprice it or get it out the door or something. But also, I'm going to share more on social media and get the word out when I have stuff in there. The manager of the flea market has me tell her every time I put in new comics. I probably rotate my comics. I probably put a fresh box in once a month. But every time I do, she likes me to let her know, because she says that there are some people that come in just to check out what comics I have, and she said sometimes that's the only booth they go to is mine, just to check out the books and, you know, get some good deals, get some books. Alright. YouTube goals for 2026. I think I had 22 videos last year and 40 shorts. Video wise, that wasn't bad. I probably won't change it too much. That's a little less than 2 a month. I don't want to bombard you with videos, and plus also I don't have a lot of time for that. But anyway, but I would like to boost my shorts and do 4 shorts a week. Just random things, random books. You've seen some of my shorts before, like what didn't sell in my flea market booth and weekly auction pickups and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to do more shorts this year. Also, better content. I believe that that's probably everybody's goal across the board. I would like to put some better content out there. I feel like well, you can see my next goal is shorter videos. I feel like I tend to want to put everything in the video, and it has some long, like this Cape Con. My convention videos are normally longer because I have a lot of content to put in there, but it's 39 minutes long, and very few people is probably going to stick around to watch me dig through comic books for almost 40 minutes. So I'm going to try to shorten my videos, make better content, better for you, for your viewing pleasure. And I would also like to hit 500 subscribers this year. I feel like it should not be that difficult. Within the Facebook group I was telling you about, we have like 800 members, and I've shared my videos so many times, and I'm kind of shocked that I don't have more members, more subscribers coming from that group. I've also shared it with family, and apparently my family doesn't like watching me as much as I would think, because I feel like I should have more than, what does it say, 241 subscribers at this point. I've been doing this 2 years now, something like that. Anyway, so some more video ideas that I will be having is booth setup. I'm not gonna like make it boring, but you know, refresh my booth, putting stuff in my booth, let you know what's going on with that, maybe let you know some sales within the booth, or some sales in general. Comic book hunting. I watch a lot of people who comic book hunt, so I feel like that is content that people like. And but like I said as well, there's not a lot of places here to hunt for comics or other cool vintage items. Thrift challenges. I love challenges. I did a challenge on some videos on here that didn't really take off that well, but like the dollar challenge, where I would go in and find profitable items for $1. Then I did the $2 challenge, and I think I went up to the $5 challenge, but they weren't as profitable as I thought, so that was kind of a big old failure right there. Anyway, and where they sold, I like to look at sales from different platforms and just talk about them sometimes. I don't know, you might not think it's that cool, but anyway, that is what I have for today. So like I said, my goals, I did kind of a recap there, my goals for the year. Anyway, so what are your goals for 2026? Drop them down in the comments, and don't comments. Drop them down in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more of this if you like this. Anyway, I was wanting this to be a shorter video. I just promised you guys I was doing shorter videos, and I felt like this was too long. Anyway, guys, have a great 2024. Pick up a book, read a book, and I'll see you later.